guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at, well, what is kind of an old mold, but it is new to me. This is a mold I picked up secondhand, so don't put too much thought into the finish. The finish you get from a new Epic mold will be a lot nicer than this one. This one's got some scratches, some wear and tear, but that's to be expected when you pick up one secondhand. So what we're going to be looking at today, this is the 4-inch Flappin Drax 6 cavity. And I'll give you some better looks at it over here. But like I said, keep in mind, this is a secondhand mold, so the finish is going to be a little bit different. But this is going to be a super nice bait to do some, well, I'm going to use it for Texas rig more than anything. And I'm excited to drop this in some brush piles and see how it works. But we're going to mix up some MF chartreuse, and we're going to shoot some of these and just kind of do a little bit of a first impressions of this mold. See how it shoots. I've never shot this mold before. I just got it out of the box, so let's get some better pictures of it and shoot some plastic. Okay, we have this mold all clamped up, and I just mixed some straight MF chartreuse. I didn't put any flake in it, and I just kind of want to see what it looks like without the flake. So we got this nice and hot. Pull some of this up, and I have a feeling this mold is going to take a lot of plastic. This is a 4-ounce injector. Okay, heard some air come out, and pretty sure it filled. Like I said, this is my first time shooting this mold. We'll just have to kind of play it by feel. I don't really know what to expect. Probably should be wearing a glove right now, but you know, this super thin fishing shirt will do the job. I'm sure it's totally up to snuff for 300 and something degree plastic. I did go ahead and top this mold off just because I felt like it needed it, and it didn't really sink down in there as much as I thought it was going to. But the mold was a little cool because I had it in my house and it's much warmer out here, so that may have affected it some. I can imagine that this mold would suck down a little bit. Just comparing it to the Rocket Grub kind of likes to drink plastic, and that's what I have clamped up next to this, just shooting them at the same time. And yeah, we'll let these cool off and just kind of check them out and get a first look at this bait. I've never even held one of these baits, so totally a new process. Okay, this mold is a little awkward to demold with one hand because it's huge. It is the biggest mold I got. But yeah, let's check these things out. Guessing that came off the sprue there. Yeah, those look nice. There is what looks like to be dents here, but it's actually machined in the mold that way. As you can see, it did it to all of them. But it's intended to be that way. And that chartreuse looks awesome. I haven't done it with just the plain chartreuse. I always put black flake in it. So seeing it with just the chartreuse, really bright. I just can't get over how bright that chartreuse is every time I use it. It is insane. And it does bleed, so if you do use the MF, it does bleed. But I'll leave a recipe in the description on how to make this color. And the only thing you need is the MF Transparent Chartreuse. There is a rogue piece of flake. Oh, it came off. It wasn't even stuck in there. But yeah, that is a look at the Flappin Drax. And you can kind of compare it in my hand there. But it is the 4-inch. They also make a 5-inch. And they have a tail mold for this as well. So that's something we'll probably explore in the future. One thing I try to do when I do these videos, especially when I'm covering a mold that I haven't done before, is just show you guys pulling them off the sprue, kind of just to show you how clean it comes off. And that is what we're working with. That came off super clean. We'll do a couple more just for good measure. They're leaving really clean ends. Doesn't really leave much of a tag there, and that's what you want. But yeah, pretty pleased with that. I laid them out on the sheet so you guys could have a better look at the profile. You can see the ribbing there on the tails where it kind of has little raised points to catch water. And this is the part I was talking about. It looks dented, but it's not. It's just the way the mold is designed. You can see it on every one of these baits. And I'm not for sure why they did that. I'm sure they had a good reason, but you can see it. It's those last two ribs right there. But that way you can kind of get an idea of what to expect. I had really good luck with these. I didn't have any kind of major failures or anything like that. I did shoot 3 batches of these, and they all turned out really nice. I'm excited to put these on a Texas rig, and I was excited to try out this Transparent Chartreuse with no flake, and it looks really good. Not bad at all. And that was in the shop lights, and this is obviously outside. Kind of give you a better idea in case you want to buy any of that color. It is extremely awesome. I couldn't be happier with this color. My only complaint on this MF Chartreuse is that it can bleed. And when I say can, it pretty much will, as long as it's paired with a color that would be affected. Like with anything white is not really good. I figured that out. I started making some white swim baits with this, and it definitely started causing some issues. So don't recommend it for that. But if you're pairing it with a darker color, it'll be just fine. That is a little first impression of the 4-inch Flappin Drax from Epic Bait Molds. A couple announcements before you guys head out of here. We are going to be looking at some colorants from Dead On Plastics this week. They should be here tomorrow for me, today for you. And we'll try out some Dead On Plastics colorant. I'm going to do showcase videos of each of those colors, so each color will probably get its own video, most likely, unless I just feel like cramming them into one video. But I think it will be nice when somebody's looking up a Dead On color. It'll just give them another resource to go and check out that color before they buy it. So that's going to be a good option here on the channel. If you want to pick up the MF color, I will leave a recipe in the description, and I will try to leave a link to the MF's website where you can pick that up, but I will for sure leave the recipe. If you want to pick up this mold here, I'll leave a link in the description to Epic Bait Molds where you can pick this up. They do have a tail mold, so definitely keep an eye out for that if you want to do different color tails. That'd be a really easy way to do that. If you want to buy any baits from me, I'll leave a link in the description below where you can check out all the baits I have in the store. Lineup's currently being changed, so inventory is a little weird right now. I am just completely changing the way that I do things here, and it's going to be better in the long run. A little confusing for now, but it'll be better in the long run. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. I will be doing laminates in this mold. It just will not be today. I'm going to laminate this mold, and I'm probably going to do a video just laminating multiple molds that we have not laminated here on the channel. I don't really love doing laminates because I'm very messy with it. I just need more practice. But I will be doing a video doing some laminates on this mold and some others. So you might want to stick around for that. But I appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate you commenting. Appreciate everyone who orders baits from me. And I will catch you guys in the next video.